Hey fellow farmers, this is Bunto, and today I'm going to be doing a monster spotlight on Xiong Fei, the fire panda. So I've noticed in my previous spotlight videos that I'm a little bit disorganized and kind of leave stuff out. So what I've done in this video and for the oncoming videos is that I've numbered off the topics that I would speak about, so this way it keeps me organized and also at the same time lets you know what's coming up next. Okay, so let's start. So this is my fire panda here. I just fused him yesterday. He is 6-star, but unfortunately he's not maxed yet. He's only 35 at the moment. But you know, I feel like it's not too big of a difference, so I can, you know, his stats isn't too much of a difference. So I feel like, you know, he'll more or less do about the same damage almost. Of course, he'll do more damage when he's fully maxed, but you know, it's still a good representation. Okay, so these are his stats here, but first, number one on the topic, we're going to talk about his skills. Okay, so his first attack is called first skill is called sequential attack. Attacks the enemy 3 times with each strike having a 30% chance to decrease the target's defense for 2 turns. When fully skilled, he'll do additional 25% damage, and also he'll defense break 50% of the time instead of 30% of the time. So with 3 attack at 50% chance, that's a pretty good chance of breaking defense. So that's, you know, that's pretty good. A nat 5 with defense break on first skill, multi-hit, that's pretty good. Okay, so his second skill is called Calm Mind. Removes the harmful effects cast on yourself and counters for 2 turns. When attacked, recovers 15% of HP of all allies in each turn for the next 2 turns. So when fully skilled, instead of 5 turns, it'll bring his cooldown to 3 turns. So you know, this is really nice because it gives a buff to your entire team, including to yourself. You heal 15% over 2 turns, and also he removes the harmful effects. So you know, this is I think this makes him, you know, a pretty decent support. And also you know, with the counter, he also it plays off of his first skill really nicely, where he'll defense break. Okay. So his third skill is Panda Supremacy. Attacks the enemy 4 times with each strike having a 50% chance to apply a random effect. The damage is proportionate to your defense and the enemy's max HP. Now when fully skilled, he'll do an additional 25% damage, and instead of 50% chance, he'll land 80%, which is really good actually. And normal cooldown is 5 turns, but again, once fully skilled, it'll be 3 turns. So this skill is actually really good. Now I want to speak more about this skill here. Now let's talk about the first part. So he attacks the enemies 4 times and has a chance to apply a random harmful effect. Now you know, through testing it myself and also searching online, I can confirm so far for myself that he does the random debuffs that he does is there's only 3. Even though he attacks 4 times, he only lands 3. He lands glancing, attack debuff, and also attack speed slow. Again, that's, you know, just from my testing it, and also from what I can find online. If you know, if you found that he does something else, please let me know. But as for now, you know, I did do a lot of testing. I just went to one of the TOA stages that I've beaten, and I tested out like a lot of times, like I think over 50 times, and I find that he only does glancing, attack debuff, and attack speed slow. Okay, so you know, landing that 80% chance of the time with 4 attacks, that's pretty high chance of landing. Okay, so his second the second part to his skill is so this is based off of his defense and the enemy's HP. So when you're fighting a boss, let's say like raid boss, because you know, I'm gonna cover that in section 5. His uses, you know, he does decent damage actually. And because it scales off of defense, it doesn't matter if you have attack buff on or attack debuff on. He'll still do the same amount of damage. I did test this out plenty of times. I went into TOA, I buffed attack, I didn't buff attack, he did the same amount of damage. So it's pretty good. Okay, so his leader skill increases defense of ally monsters by 33%. So he also has a really good leader skill. So he's in his kit is really nice. Okay, it's really nice for actually no, I'll talk about that in section 5 for uses. I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Okay, so next off, let's look at his stats. So currently, again, he's only level 35. His base stats are a lot higher than this. So his base stats, when maxed at level 40, it's actually for HP. He has 10,545 HP. His base attack would be 615. His defense is really high, 823. That's really high for a defense monster. Okay, yeah, okay, that's it there. Okay, so currently my panda, he currently has about 23,000 HP, 1,200 attack, 1,200, yeah, 1,200 attack, almost 2,000 defense, and 131 speed. Crit rate is 57, and crit damage is 75. Okay, Okay, next off, let's go to his awakening. So when you awaken him, of course, his stats boosts, and also he gets 25% more resistance, which is good, I guess. It helps him with overall tankiness, I guess. Like it just he gets stunned less, so then he can cleanse himself. So it's really nice when he has a self cleanse there. Okay, so let's look at his runes. Now I've built him Vampire Revenge. I don't suggest building this build. I was just testing it out. I was wondering if the Fire Panda can replace my Fire Monkey. So I decided to take off all the runes I had on my Fire Monkey and put on my Fire Panda just to test it out to see to see how he fares, right? And yeah, no, this is not their build for him. So I actually built him defense, HP, defense. This is, I believe, the correct build, but not the runes. I think probably like violent focus or violent, really violent anything. Okay, but not revenge though. So these are his runes here. Just pause whenever you feel like it. Again, these are my monkey's rune that I put on him, just because I was thinking that he could replace my Fire Monkey because of his his kit is a lot better, and my Fire Monkey I use him in raids, so I thought he would be a good replacement, but it turns out not really. Okay, so I also put his stats over here so you can look at it while I'm doing other things with him. Okay, so those were his runes that you saw in him there. Again, I don't suggest building it this way. But yeah, so let's talk about his uses, and then I'll speak about which kind of builds to use for him. So I find that he's really good for Necro B10 and raids. Just let's go back to his skills here. So his first attack does 3 attacks, and also defense break, and his fourth attack, his third skill attacks 4 times. And it also applies glancing, attack debuff, and also attack speed slow. Okay, so for Necro, he's either gonna do one of these 3. So he's either gonna hit the boss 3 times, or he's gonna hit the boss 4 times, or he's gonna cast the skill here, which casts counter on him. So the next time the boss attacks you, you'll counter for 3 attacks, and then he gets his own turn on top of that, so you're guaranteed to break shield. So I find having him in Necro makes it really easy for you to consistently break the boss's shield, which is really good. And he also defense break as well. So with the defense break, you do more damage. So he permanently replaced my Bella. Like I had Bella there, I was looking for a monster to have multiple hits that defense break, and there was no good one, so I kept Bella for the longest time, and finally come to us and give us a monster that does just that. And I find he's perfect for Necro. And also for raids, he's also very good for raids too, right? Defense break on the first turn, cleanse himself, and also gives healing over time to all of your monsters. And also his fourth skill does decent damage and does apply 3 debuffs, which is the 3 that you want on him, right? So it's good. And also, of course, the leader skill, right? So he's really good for necros and raids. Okay, so let's test him out in raids actually. So I'm just gonna go to Rift here. Let's see. I'm just gonna go to join a party for level 4. I find it's a lot faster, and hopefully I can find a team right away. Oh yeah, this is perfect. We can start right away. Okay, so yeah, so the reason why he's on Vampire Revenge again is because I was thinking that he could replace my Fire Monkey, just because he has I feel that he has a better kit, in that he does defense break the first turn, and he just seems to apply more debuffs and he helps out the team more. So that's why he's on Vampire Revenge, as I was hoping he can do enough damage to sustain himself and make it so that Vampire is actually good on him, right? But through my testing, I feel that Vampire is not that good on him because he doesn't do that much damage. Like you're just looking here, right? I did do a lot of runs. He does about 3 to 4k on his first skill, which is okay. It's nothing crazy. And on his third skill, he does 10k with these stats here. Nearly 2,000 defense and 75 crit damage. I'm pretty sure if you up it a little more, he'll do much more damage. But if you want to build him for raids, you want him to have a certain amount of defense and also a certain amount of HP, right? So if you build him like defense, crit damage, defense, he's going to be pretty squishy, and he won't be too good of a frontline tank for raids. Okay, so I think defense, HP, defense is good for him, and he already does decent damage with that build already. So I don't feel like the need to put crit damage on slot 4. And oh yeah, back to the uses again. I only feel that he's good for necro and raids. I don't think he'll be too good for arena or guild war. Maybe guild war on some like niche uses, but not really. He seems a lot like his skill set seems a lot more geared towards PvE. So you don't need to build too much damage on him. Again, he'll be too squishy, right? Like you just look at his skills and you'll notice that he has really good utility, right? And it just happens his third skill does good damage too, right? It's like a Bernard, right? He has a good utility on his skills, and on his second skill, he just happens to scale off of the enemy's HP, so it does a lot of damage on bosses and whatnot, right? So you wouldn't build Bernard attack at all, right? So for Panda, it's perfectly good just to build him defense, HP, defense. And I think the good runes for him would be, again, violent, probably like focus or something. You want to get his accuracy up there so he can land his debuffs more. I know currently mine has 0 accuracy because again, this is my monkey's runes, right? And yeah, you're just looking at the like look at that, like he just okay, well, he just put it so that he cleanse himself and also heal everybody over time, but the boss takes it off. But yeah, either way, his kit is really good, and he survives raids pretty okay, I guess, pretty easily, I would say. But Vampire on him is definitely a waste. He doesn't do enough damage to make it worthwhile. Okay, so definitely violent. He'll just get because all his cooldowns are very low. His cooldowns for his second and third skill is only 3 turns. So if you have violent, it's even less. So it's really good. And you want his third skill to be up more often because he does do decent damage. Again, if he crits everything with these stats, he does 10k. And it doesn't matter if the boss debuffs your attack because it's based off of your defense. So attack has nothing to do with it. So no matter what, you always do that damage if you can always crit, which is really nice. Okay, so I'm planning to change his runes to violent, of course, and I'm gonna give this back to my fire monkey. My fire monkey does a lot more damage than he does. So I'm not going to be replacing him anytime soon, but it was worth a test. So I tested out, so you guys don't have to. Do not build him vampire revenge or vampire anything. It's not worth it. No. Okay, so now let's test him out in Necro, and I think in Necro, he just makes it so easy. Okay, go to Necro here. Yeah, so this is my current team for Necro. So yeah, like I said earlier, right? His first attack attacks 3 times, his third attack attacks 4 times, and his second attack doesn't attack, but it puts a counter on there, so you're guaranteed to get minimum 3 attacks the next turn. So if you have him on violent too as well, you'll break the shield by yourself, and then you'll also break defense, right? So it's pretty good, right? So like when he casts when he cleanses himself and classes the counter, so what will happen is obviously he'll counter the boss for 3 attacks, and then he'll also have his own attack on his turn. So he'll either attack for 4 turns, for 3 attacks or for 4 attacks, which will bring the shield down to 1 or 0. Right? And then if you violent off of that, it's just, so he's really good. I'm definitely going to change him to violent, and I'm going to keep the same slot 2, 4, and 6 HP defense HP. Of course, he's still new. He's only like 2 days old, so there may be better rune builds for him later on. But I find that right now, this is pretty good. Of course, I'm going to test it out more, and then also there's going to be a lot of other people testing it out. But I think the general consensus will be, very similar, at least for now. That his uses are for Necros B10 and frontline tank for raids. And the build would probably be, mostly the same. I would say mostly the same. Oh yeah, so back to the topic of him replacing my fire monkey. So I was just, again, his kit is really good, right? So I find that he has more uses than the fire monkey, but the damage is not there compared to the fire monkey, right? Maybe like having them both frontline together would be decent. I was saying, yeah, it's probably okay, but yeah, he can replace fire monkey. So for those of you who has a fire monkey as a frontline tank, and you build him with some damage, fire monkey still does way more damage. Okay, I've tested out. The fire panda does approximately 3 with these stats here you see on the side, approximately 3 to 4k on his first skill, and on his third skill he does about 10k. Now my fire monkey with the same exact runes, he'll do for of course this is if they both crit, right? So for fire monkey he'll do 9k damage for his first skill, and for his second skill he'll do 18k, and that's on a cooldown of 3 turns as well. So his first skill does almost as much as the panda's third skill. So I find that he can't replace the fire monkey. Fire monkey is an exception. I've come to notice that, especially now that the fire panda came out. I feel that it just reminds me of not reminds me. Sorry, it just makes me think that the fire monkey is an exception because no one does what the fire monkey does, right? Good, like really good damage for frontline tank. Okay, but yeah, you know, Fire Panda is really good utility. So if you're looking for damage for him, you know, he does decent damage, but don't go full out damage. Don't go full out damage. Okay. Oh yeah, so right now I'm doing Necros, and what's going on here? How long has it been? I haven't noticed. But anyways, you can see, you know, shields constantly get break. Of course, I have chilling, and chilling really helps too. So you know, chilling and panda, you're gonna always do Necros like 100%. Yeah, that was a little slow. Something must have happened I didn't notice. Ah, shifting stone. Are you kidding me? Yeah, but anyways, that's it for the video. So in conclusion, he's really good for Necros B10 and raids, frontline raids. Okay, so if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment and watch my other videos. So until next time, happy farming, everybody.